Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here, bringing another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Sunday. And today I want to go over Microsoft Defender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install it. I'm going to configure it. I want to show you how it's set up. And then I'm going to show you I'm going to actually create an alert, or I'm going to make an alert pop up out of nowhere by installing malware on server 2019. Obviously, if you're new, make sure you know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. All right, so I'm gonna let you know right now, just to get the installer to work was a pain in the ass. Just letting you know straight up. So I'm gonna share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. So let me close everything because I got 1,000 things open. All right, so we're gonna go to screen, I believe screen DOS or screen two. Just bear with me. Share screen DOS. And just all right. So here is my portal. So how do you get a Microsoft Defender? So literally I went to admin. I went to show all, and I went to all admin centers. And this one is called Microsoft Defender ATP, right? So I wanted to configure it. So I set up two devices. I set up my device, which is my local machine, and then I set up a server 2016. So what I did was, and I'll show you how that works. So server 2016 is right here. I put it as a full screen. I actually downloaded the guest edition. So in order to do that, you have to go into your devices and install guest edition CD. And then when you do that, you actually will get prompt to set it up and install it. I did that already, and it prompts you to reboot it afterwards. So I did all that already. So I'm not gonna redo it again because I did it already. And once you install that, then you're able to mount the download package or the download installation file, which I got from Defender. And how do you do that? So this is the portal right now. As you can see, it's giving me some information. It says active devices is 3. And then it says here, like, this ticket was assigned to me. So you could actually assign an alert to someone. This ticket or alert is assigned to Kevin. Kevin at kevtechitsupport.com, which is my work email address or my business email address. There's a malware that was detected, and it was a zip file. So I have two alerts right here that they want me to look at. But before we do that, I'm going to actually show you how to install the Microsoft Defender application. So if you go to devices, you're going to see there are two devices here. There is one that is called Desktop MTNED5. That actually is my personal machine. They last checked in 418 because I uninstalled the package software. And then this one, it says no sensor data, and it's onboarded already. And this checked in a few minutes ago, which is 6:54 p.m., which is 7:09 p.m. right now, EST time. So the way to install it, or the way this works is, first you need to enroll. And I'll put the video here, and I'll show you what the enrollment process is when you set this up for the first time. Without any sound or anything, I'll just show you how the process works when you enroll. So this is going to come up. This is welcome to Microsoft Defender for Business. So you get started, and then it's going to ask you like, um, who do you want people to have access to see everything on the security side of things? So obviously, I'm going to put myself because I'm the admin, right? So I want to be security admin. Then I'm going to hit next or continue. And then it says set up email notifications. So notifications you want to receive to actions, create rules later. So here I know I have a Helpdesk account. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. May not find it. I know I have an email address, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Office 365. I'm gonna go to admin. I'm gonna go to users, active users, and I know I have a DL for. I know it's not licensed, but I know I have a DL here for a couple of different accounts. So I'm gonna go to this one, and I'm gonna copy this one. Sure, just copy this one because this is another one. Let's just use technical support. Let's choose that one then. So I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna copy and paste that. Incidents of vulnerabilities is what I want to see. And for the sake of this video, I'm gonna put myself as well, KevtechITsupport.com. And then same thing, instance and vulnerabilities, and hit continue. And let's say it says your onboarding method, like do you wanna do Intunes? Do you want to do local script? Like choose this method to onboard up to 10 devices at a time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do onboarding, download onboard script. So it's downloading right now. It looks like a zip file. You should see it on my screen. And then it says, let's do some work. Microsoft Business for policies, recommended configuration next generation for antivirus, and then hit continue. You can always edit your settings later. Continue, submit. Come back to over here, and I'll show you what the next steps are. So the next steps are, because I've been playing around with this for the whole day, because I'm trying to get used to the layer and where things are. You know, the buttons are a little complicated, it's a little confusing. So I'm over here and I click devices. I'm like, where's the installation? There's no installation here. What the hell? How the hell are you supposed to install this thing? So I was getting a little frustrated, and I just started playing around with it, and I realized that it's actually under settings. So if you click on settings, you could go over here. And then I realized, I didn't realize this either. If you go to devices, you actually have multiple things you could do over here. So if I go to devices, and if you go into action submissions, action center, incidents, you click on incidents, there's nothing there. If you click on alerts, there's actually a bunch of alerts here because of that malware file. And I'm going to show you how I downloaded and where I got it from. So to install the actual software and get straight to the point, basically you click on settings. And if you go to settings, there's a thing called Endpoint. And then there's Microsoft Defender XDR. So the one that I installed is Endpoint. And then here are the different softwares you can install. So enable the EDR in block mode. When you turn on Microsoft Defender Endpoint, leverages behavior blocking, containment capabilities of blocking malicious artifacts or behaviors absorbed through a post-breach endpoint detection response. EDR capabilities. This feature does not change how Microsoft Defender for Endpoint performs detection. So I checkmark that by default. So these are all the preferences that you need to check mark or turn on when you're installing the actual package. So these are all the things that I set up. Block access to websites containing unwanted content. Yep, so it blocks that. This device discovery, Microsoft Intune collection, identification, geometry. So it's just not worry about that. I just wanted to show you that. And there's licenses over here. So in total, I have 4 available licenses. I'm using an Office 365 license or admin suite. And this is an email notification. So you literally can actually go here and determine the device's alert since it's sending notifications and to the recipient. So if I go here, and then we could put strange activity or something like that. So along those lines, and then I'm gonna click the next button, and then include organization and sensitivity. We're gonna put everything. I want to know about everything, and then here we're gonna put Kevin at KevtechITsupport.com. You guys know my email address already, so I'm just gonna put it there. I'm gonna hit next, and then we're gonna hit submit. And then while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna open up Outlook on my actual email client just to see if I get any emails or any strange alerts or anything on my actual PC while we're waiting for that. So this has been saved and has been done. So now the next part is how do you install it? But let me just go here real quick before we go into any of the other applications. So these are actual rules. So these are rules you could create if you like. But I'm gonna get out of this. Let me just go back real quick. The actual onboarding, I was trying to get this to work, so I realized that it's a little annoying to set up. So I had to physically remote in or physically go into my server 2019, which is what I did, right? And I'll show you what I did. I'm gonna open up the VM. In order to install it, you have to go to the website, which is office.com, right? And I'll show you real quick how I did it. It probably logged me out. It probably still has me. Oh, it has me still logged in. All right, that's cool. So if you go to admin, and if you go here, and I'll show you real quick what I did. If you show all, I'm sorry, it's just this thing's acting a little wonky, right? You show all, and you do all admin centers, right? Is what I did before. And then if you do Microsoft Defender ATP, And then you go to that same place that I went to that I showed you. So literally what you do is, the easiest way to do it is, let it load, it's still downloading everything. Go to settings, right? And you go to endpoints, and then you go to onboarding. And then here's a cool part. And it took me a while to get this to work because it takes time. For some reason, it takes forever to install it. This took me a couple hours. I know it's a server 2019, so I click on that one. It's gonna say it's completed because I already installed it. But then if you want to download it, this is you could do a script up to 10 devices. You click the download button, and literally it would run on the top right hand side. So if you see right here, you probably can't barely see it because my actual video, my content is actually my face is actually on the top right hand side. But once you set it up and install, it's actually here, and then going based on the instructions of the actual I guess of the actual instructions. Not sure you where I got that information from. It likes it when you put it here. So what I did was, I'm gonna show you what I did. I did extract all, and then I extracted everything here. And then when you extract everything, there's this Windows Defender ATP installer, or actually this actual package setup for Windows command line. You copy and paste and you put it on your desktop. Now it's on your desktop, so like it's right here. And then I was trying to get the installer to work and it wouldn't work for me. So then I went to configure devices using local script, and it takes you to another website. And if you scroll all the way down, it tells you how to install it. So literally you run command line as admin, which is what I did. And then you run user profile, desktop, Windows Defender, ATP. So you literally have to go into your local C drive, and you have to tell the CD to path navigate to this path. So if you go and just go here and do copy, then if you're like lazy like me, like what I just did, I just copy the path directory. You do run as administrator, and then you do CD and you control V. It will change it to the desktop. And then what happens is you can actually run this actual script. You can copy and paste from here, which is what I did, and then I ran it afterwards, which is already working already. It's fine and dandy. And then you run the command shell. There's a command prompt you run just to make sure that it actually works. So what I did was I actually ran the command line, which is this one in PowerShell with admin rights, and then I installed it successfully. So once you know that it's installed successfully on the server, on the back end and everything, if you go to your devices, which is here, it's actually going to show up here. And this is like a little this has been, it says active, but actually in reality it's not active because I actually removed the actual application. But going back to the conversation, so what I did was I installed it, and then I went to a website called and I'm gonna go to the bookmarks. So I'll show all bookmarks. And I went to this website, and in this website, which is the EICAR, this allows you to test malware on your actual local machine, whether it's a server or Windows 10 machine. I purposely installed malware on it, so it says here, yeah, important note, they don't you'll be held responsible for what they do with your files, right? So I literally downloaded the EICR download .com dash zip, and then when you run it, it immediately gets detected. So like as you can see on my screen, it's complaining about it that is actually malware. So it's not gonna let you run it. And then if you want you check your alerts, like if you literally want to make sure that and I'm gonna throw this in the trash bin. Um, you can actually minimize your actual server. And if you go into the actual Windows or server or this desktop, right? It'll tell you that it'll tell you view all incidents. It'll tell you more information about incidents and alerts, and it's going to give you information about it. So here it says auto investigate manual. This is an investigation to investigate what's going on with this actual computer. Something strange is happening. So this one, for example, this is malware. And then it says suspicious activity, and I signed it in myself. So you actually could go and you could literally do manage incident, and then you could create auto investigation start it manual on one endpoint, and then you could add the person and assign this incident to the person that you're actually actually has access to do this. So I signed it in myself. So which is why if you go to and I'll show you real quick. If you go to home and if you go down over here, where it says automatic investigation started manually on one endpoint. So I'm gonna go back to devices and go back to your Windows server and then go back to incidents and alerts. So that's where it comes from. So you're probably wondering, where did that in the dashboard come from? It's right here. So, and as you can see here on the right-hand side, there's another alert, 656, 656, 656. There's a bunch of alerts here complaining about that incident that just occurred. And let me refresh it again just to see if the alerts come up for what I just ran a few minutes ago. Sometimes it's a little finicky. Like sometimes it doesn't look like it's properly grabbing the information. So alerts and activities not set. 717. See, there we go. I caught it. So now that's the alert. Because remember, I actually ran the executable file again, the malware file again. So here it actually gives you the activity log. There's no activity logs and stuff like that. So don't worry about that. And then if you want more information, like if you click on this, it'll tell you all about all the alerts that are going on, and then open device page. And then if you want, you go to device configurations and configure. And if you go here, and if you go here and actually click on it, it'll literally tell you like what did I ran, and this says here user initiated explore.exe, chrome.exe. So I ran it from Chrome. I ran the zip file from Chrome trying to download it. That's basically what it's saying here. And then it says here, like, if you want to add an indicator, what do you want to do? Do you want to manage the alert? You want to classify the alert? It says malware right here. And that's it. And then that's pretty much it. And it gives you a lot of good information here. So I set it up on my computer, and I set up another one on a server. And gives you a recommendation, add indicators to block list. So like if you want to block that specific file, you can. And I'm gonna put all organization because I don't trust that file. And I'm gonna hit save. And then it should save now successfully. And now it should be completely blocked from our organization. And then I'm gonna close out of that. And then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to my PC. And I'm gonna go back to home. And I want to go back to those incidents that were assigned to me because I wanted to view all incidents. And I'm gonna close out of everything here because it's not it's going to a filter. That's not what I want. I actually want to see what the hell happened. What the hell happened today? Why am I getting a bunch of random alerts? Right? So you check mark all this. You actually couldn't export it, and actually it will give you more information about it. So like if I go and export it, it will tell you like that ticket is not assigned to anyone. And then this one's assigned to somebody and all these alerts and stuff. So here's some good information that you could have right there. But this is really cool because then you click on this and it tells you like if 4 files were actually run on this machine. It will tell you what types of files ran on the machine. This is play attack story. And then basically it tells you what he did, what he ran. So detected that one. And you could reverse the storyline. So it tells you like what actually happened in order to, what this is an investigation basically, what actually happened on that server. And then it says assets right here. So it's like what device is it? And then you could export that information as well. And then evidence and response, and it'll tell you like, oh, these are all suspicious. These were all prevented. And then here you click manage incident, and then you could actually assign it to someone, and then that's it. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you that stuff real quick because now, see now with the stuff that I share with you just now, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second, or I'm gonna stop sharing because that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. Stop sharing. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I wanted to share that with you. So that I set up Defender, I installed it, and I set it up and configured it, and I put it on a server. Then I ran a bunch of malicious software on that server. And then we looked at the data and we looked at what happened with the data. And then we looked at the alerts and we looked at who could we assign the alerts to, which I sent it to myself. And then we actually created a block for that specific executable file or that specific file that's malicious, if that makes sense. So hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully this makes sense. It's a little more cybersecurity related. I don't know if this is useful or not, but I wanted to make this video because this stuff that you're gonna do in a real life environment. So like I was running an assessment for a customer, ran an executable file, and then I had to go and actually block and suppress that file and blacklist that file. Literally, like stop it from ever happening again. And then just to make sure that actually works, we ran the executable file again, and then it was completely blocked. Literally, it was blocked. Like, it wouldn't even open or anything. It was like blocked by default. So I just wanted to show you this real quick because this is something that you could practice yourselves, right, in an actual work environment. So hopefully that makes sense. With that being said, I hope you have a good day. And now you have another skill you can add to your resume. All right, take care. Peace. Bye.